Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Luke Richardson, and today I will be presenting why we should reduce or eliminate the minimum wage, which is my advocacy presentation. So let's hop right into it. What is the minimum wage? Let's start by defining our terms. Well, the minimum wage, as you can see here, hopefully, is the lowest wage permitted by a group or special agreement or by law. That's defined by the Oxford Dictionary. A more practical example of that is since the Fair Labor Standards Law Act of 1938 generally means it's responsible for around 55% of hourly earnings. For a more practical example, let's get right into it. So, first of all, you may be asking, why did I want to talk about this? Well, I wanted to talk about this because I'm not much of a politics man, but I do find it personally enjoyable, and hopefully we can learn something together, as I feel this is an advocacy that needs to be talked about more. So, let's start out. Why should we introduce the reduction or elimination of the minimum wage? I would like to talk about 2 points tonight. Raising the minimum wage would decrease employee benefits and increase tax payments. And number 2, raising the minimum wage would result in the increase of price of consumer goods. So let's talk about those first two. And here's the first one. Number 1, raising the minimum wage would increase taxes, essentially. So it's very nice to have a lot of money. It would be nice to make $15 an hour, unlike I did at Chick-fil-A. But what that means, essentially, is that our government will become more expensive to run. Let's take a look at this quote right here. While her market income rises by $497, she, talking about hypothetically the person in this situation, loses over $71 in EITC, earned income tax credit. Refunds, pays $37 more in payroll taxes and $45 more in state income taxes. She also loses $88 in food stamp benefits and $528 in child care penalties. So while it may look like that you're making more money with the larger minimum wage, you're in fact losing a lot of that money to the government. So that is one reason why we should not have that. Second reason I'd like to talk about is it would increase the price of consumer goods. So very simply, all this means is that it's going to be more expensive to produce goods if you're paying the person who makes them more. It's a simple cognitive equation. Now, at 15, here's another quote for you to process. A 2015 Purdue University study found that the raising of the minimum wage of fast food restaurant employees from 15 or 22 per hour would increase the price exponentially between 4.5 and 25% respectively. But here's where it gets interesting. That would mean that the hamburger that was being served would be either 12% or even 70% smaller. Now, as a large man who likes to eat, I don't want my hamburger to be 75% smaller. But this is the first of my dreams for this speech. I think it would be interesting if we lowered the minimum wage to see how things would change. Will we get more quality? Will we get more quantity? I'd like to see that. That's one of my dreams. Now, in conclusion, we should lower the minimum wage or eliminate entirely because raising the minimum wage will cause more taxation and it will increase the price of goods. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. This happens to be mine. It could be very interesting. Let's see where it leads together. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope you have a great day.